Hey guys, welcome back to Black Clover Mobile. In today's video, we got a pretty big one. We got patch notes for Season 2, and it is looking fantastic. Now, we had some stuff over on the socials yesterday where they gave us an insight into the events and stuff, and they had this thing with Asta in it, and you could see that it looked like we got his skill page, but we're also getting a free copy of the swimsuit Asta, which is absolutely sick, which leads me into a whole nother topic, which I'll touch on quickly here, but then I'll elaborate on maybe more in another video, and that is something that I know people are split on about the idea of sped up rotations on banners for global and stuff like that, but for me, I think it would be really cool if they caught us up to JP and KR by, we know there's a bunch of units that, aren't really game breaking, you don't really need to pull. We can see that they've already identified the key units for global by giving us Noelle and Julius like back to back. Basically, they know what the strong units are, they know what people want to pull for, and they're giving us for free units like Asta, who's not horrible. Now, we'll go through him in another video, but he's not horrible. However, he's not like one that people are going to actively try and summon for, so they're like, okay, that's one less unit that we have to run in a banner, let's give it to them, and that way we can, speed forward our banners. So I really like that idea, because for me, personally, let me know what you guys feel. This is just my personal take. I'm not saying this is the way it should be, this is just what, my personal enjoyment. I don't like being 3-6 months behind JP and KR. I want to be on par with new units coming out, so that when something new comes out, it is new and it is fun for global players, as opposed to saying, well, this is what happened on JPKR. This is what you can expect. This is what you have to do. Yeah, it's not as exciting for me personally as a content creator or as a player. So I would love it if we caught up. But if we caught up in a way that, no, they're not just giving us a million banners, but they're giving us the good banners and giving us other units like Asta for free. I think that is fantastic. I think it's a smart decision by them to catch us up. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think as well. So let's just bounce back over. Take a look at these patch notes, because there's something else which is massive, which is the gear substat change, which is huge. It's probably not going to be an efficient system. It's probably going to be very expensive to do. Maybe you need like LR dupes. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's great that they're giving us this. So let's go through maintenance time, yada, yada, yada. Maintenance reward, 170 black crystals. I would have rathered 1,000, but hey, it is what it is. Key update content. So Chapter 6 quest update. Now, Chapter 6 quest update may not sound like much, but it's actually a pretty big deal, because for me, for free to play more so, not so much for for spenders and stuff, but for free to play, opening up the questing to complete this, it gives us another shop to be able to buy stuff from, which is more food that we can craft, more better food, so we can try and get better gear and stuff like that. And it's also new ways to farm, because if you guys know, if you watch my other videos, when we look at it, it's going to give us more areas to go ahead and farm kicking boxes, which then you can get extra gems for. You get extra reputation, which gives you unlocks more access to things and stuff like that. So I think getting chapters is going to be huge. I think chapters are a very, very important thing, especially for free to play who are trying to, min max. So clearing out another chapter, plus we get the one-time rewards for chapter clears, which always gives a ton of stuff. So that is fantastic. So chapter 6, so that means we'll finish chapter 5 and get into chapter 6 as well. Also, we have the mission for completing Chapter 6, so that'll give us extra freebies and stuff like that. Season 2, Raid Up, SSR Swimsuit Noelle, Charmy, and Ghosh. We already know about that. That is cool. You guys know my thoughts. I did a whole video on it yesterday. I think you want to save 200 summons for Julius coming at Christmas, but if you got anything more than that, you can pump it into this. Hopefully, you get a Noelle and you can start dominating Arena with her earlier. Moving on from that, we got the skill page summon for Season 2. I never touched these. I don't think the Season 2 characters are worth the skill pages anyway. It's just not something I would recommend to free-to-play. Wales, you guys go nuts, but free-to-play, I would avoid it anyway. And I just struggle in these games summoning on something like a weapon or a light cone or a skill page banner in any of these types of games, because it's just not as fun as a character for me. I'd rather have another character plus than a character plus their skill page. Some it is broken, but still, I just like having more characters and a better roster. And then plus you can get the skill pages from the standard banner while you're summoning for the character. That's just my views anyway. New event, the Tropical Retreat. Join this event to get SSR Swimsuit Asta and his skill page. So that is a really nice one. Like I said at the start, I love this kind of shit where they're giving us free stuff. Now they had this one they posted on their socials. Special episode Black Market. Let's go through a bit further and then we'll see it here. straight after this it is. Yeah, so this is the interface, and I'm assuming it's because you can see this says rewards and it's got his skill page, but obviously they're blocking out what looks to be what is probably going to be him himself, so you are going to get him for free as well. Now, you've seen these events in a million games before. You basically just cruise through, you collect the items, you got an exchange, and away you go. Tons of resources, happy days. I love these types of events. They're always good. They're cool to get a change of scenery and stuff to look at, but then you also get some sick rewards. So I am absolutely pumped for these events. These events are always fantastic, always welcome in my mind. Let me know what you guys think, but I just always appreciate these style events. They're always just a bit of a change up and something to go back to every day and just burn your stamina in and change something else. So that is that one. Moving on from that, if we jump back over to here, we've got limited challenge mode, world boss. Now they did mention that over here as well. If we go back here, and I don't know where it is, here it is, the new world boss. And instead of being a red golem, it's a blue golem. So we'll just spank the blue golem. We'll get stuff done, and you know, we'll get there. But let me know how you guys went on the red boss. I didn't bother with number 7. I feel like I had to invest way too much into characters to clear side 2 of number 7. Side 1 was okay. Side 2, I just didn't want to invest that much. But let me know how you guys went, because the thing with 7 is it was like a massive power spike, but the rewards was still only +5 on average, so it's like, yeah, it's not too bad. But let me know where you guys got to. Did you clear 7? As for 4, I was doing it on my new account with a solo Charmy on side 2, which I was pretty happy with on day 2 of that account. So let's keep moving on through these patch notes and see what we got. All right, this one's huge. Gear Substat. Don't AFK. Gear Substat changing system. This is amazing. Hopefully it's a good system. We'll definitely test it out, but that is huge. Gear Substat change. Because you guys know, substats are a pain. Substats are a massive pain. We're over here on my second account, my Asia server account. But like especially when you got like sick pieces like that, where I've got attack, magic attack. Obviously that magic attack would be better if it's flat. I mean, sorry, that attack percent would be better if it was flat attack, because then it would work better on mages. But still, really solid. And then I got crit res. Like if we could change that to a bloody a crit rate, like this is godly piece. So we'll see how expensive it is, how fluid it is, how it operates, and that'll determine how we actually want to play this thing. But I'll have more videos on that coming out in the future. But substat changing is just, in my opinion, a huge thing in games like this. Depending on how it's delivered and how they make it function, I gotta go kill the wolf and get some extra Yule soon. All right. Then we've got new special episode Black Market. That was what we went through over here before. So we'll go through that. Where is it? So they had that here. So that's going to be another one coming. And then as we move in, they actually go through. So it's a special episode you go through, you get some free goodies and stuff like that, which is always happy days, because that was in the anime when they went chasing, and Seke went on his like bicycle thingy and chased as well. I'm pretty sure that's what it was in the anime. I think that's where they're taking it from. Limited challenge mode, Spire of Honor. So we got new challenge modes as well, which is sick. Always welcoming of new game modes. Wait, I'll pause that. Go back over here. So limited challenge mode, Spire of Honor. We'll do more on that when it does drop. New raid boss. Like I said, we're getting a ton of stuff in it. So we've got the world boss. Then we've also got the new raid boss on top of that, which we'll go through more when we get it. And then we got the new bingo event, which is what's popping up here. And essentially, I feel like this is fairly similar to the dice event. Kind of in that sort of sense. It's one of those like little events where you can see you got missions that you'll go through. You'll get the cookies, the gingerbreads, and then you'll go through and smash them, and you'll get extra rewards. So hey, I'm always happy with that. Obviously, skill upgrades are going to be really nice from this one. Also the chests as well, and obviously the bond gifts. Bond gifts are going to be a huge thing because you always need them, and farming bond is just an absolute pain in the ass in this game because you always got to use a character that's probably at max bond who you don't need bond with to get either your power up so you can sweep it, or to get your to be able to clear it. So gifts are huge, especially for free to play. Not so much for whales because you can buy a ton of them, but in general for free to play, that is a really nice thing. What else have we got there? Other adjustments, UI optimization for free Black Crystal. Oh, geez, this one's huge. I didn't actually pre-read this when I read it, but this was something I never realized. So I never realized this. So I couldn't believe it when when I was told about this. Massive shout out to Gotcha Death, another content creator, a good friend. He showed me that in his summons, he saw that up the top here he had 21,000 gems. But that 21,000 gems was an addition of his free gems and paid gems. So if you had, say I had 20,000 free gems and 1,000 paid gems, it would just show us 21,000 free gems up here, which is just so confusing. And the only way you could see what you actually had was to go here, and that is where it would separate them. So people were falling into this trap of summoning on paid on banners, but then it was like looking like it was double dipping on their gems, because their free gems were going and then their paid gems were going too, because it was an additional thing. So the UI interface for gems, I never knew about it until like a couple days ago because of the way they do it. But the UI is stupid. You should not have the addition of gems and paid gems up here in one thing. You should have gems and then next to it paid gems. There's no way you should be adding that shit together and confusing the shit out of people. I think that was so bad. Like, it's the worst UI decision I've ever heard of for like gem. And like literally this was the only way you could see what you actually had. So then people were going and buying stuff from the shop. So if people were buying, say, if we go to the general, and they were buying like, say, stamina with gems, and it would say they'd look up the top and it looked like they had free gems, but they've burnt all their free gems, but they didn't know that because it looked like they had free gems, and they were buying them with paid gems when you don't want to buy those with paid gems because you could buy the better stuff with paid gems. It was just an absolute mess, but I'm glad they're fixing that UI because I know I did hear of a couple people that got absolutely shafted on that, so I am glad that they are fixing that. It was a really bad UI design in my opinion, but like I said, because I don't spend, I never actually realized that was a thing until I was told. So that is what we've got coming in the update. Like I said, pretty huge. Free Asta. I really love this design choice of giving us those mid units for free so that we don't have to waste extra time on banners that no one really wants to pull on. I think that is pretty sick. Let me know your guys' thoughts overall. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.